What's going on, people? It's the Ox Life Gang here, back for episode 2.
Woo woo!
Here with Cedarico, aka
Cedarico,
Seti, and whatever
Skeeta,
other names you want to
Seti.
call.
Skeeta as well.
Colombiano,
Yeah.
whatever you
Yeah.
want.
All
you
right,
heard?
we can just leave it at Cedarico.
Whatever.
We're here with Canel,
That's me. It's
aka Canel. There's no other
BKA
names.
Canel.
BKA Canel.
Whatever it is, so is Canel.
Neldo number 9 is what
Yeah.
I'm calling you.
You know what?
okay?
We're going to call you Neldo number 9 from
I mean,
now
we go
on.
by Chains. Neighborhood know me as Chains.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Nobody else
Chain,
knows that.
Chains.
Chains.
You know what?
Chain.
Just
Mr.
make it
Chains?
comfortable. Let's not do that.
Okay, no,
Let's
Mr.
not
Chains.
do that.
And then finally, you got
Yeah.
Quis, aka Q Daddy.
Mr.
Wait,
Gross.
what?
Q the baby.
There we go.
You know,
Cute
Wow.
baby.
you know.
Where did I come
Oh,
from?
man.
That definitely wasn't part of it.
That was actually on the spot. That was part of my intro that I wasn't telling
It's
y'all.
terrible.
clever.
It's
Stick
Q the
with Q.
baby.
Stick with Q.
That's gonna be my new IG name.
Stick with Q.
Okay.
So
Okay.
not sticking with Q.
Anyway.
Okay.
Doesn't sound right. So how's life, everybody? Everybody's good. What's new? What's the deal this
All
week?
is well so far, so good. I'm maintaining, to say the least.
Mhm.
It's been an eventful weekend, to say the least. Week overall been pretty smooth. Again, slowly progressing, showing some bits of productivity in my personal life, job-wise,
So that's good.
so on and so forth. So yeah, we're just pulling through. Life is treating me good.
You need to be productive. If not, you're
Always.
just breathing into space, not doing anything with your life.
Wasting breath,
that's-
wasting your existence.
A lot of people do it, so it is what it is.
You're
Good. What's on my side? Life's been good. No complaints. Just getting through a work week. Really excited about this Memorial Day 3-day weekend. Really looking forward to that extra day to kind of reset, recharge. Just kind of hit the ground running. Finish up next week strong. So
I've been off for 4 days. I don't know if that.
You don't gotta
I
been
brag.
off for 4 days.
you ain't gotta
I've been
brag.
off for 4
You ain't gotta
days.
brag. You don't gotta brag, bro. We know.
Felt pretty good, but
Yeah.
What do you wait? Time out.
Yeah.
Why did you have the this privilege of having 4 days off?
well, it's a privilege that my company does. So
Oh,
if you
What-
feel some type of way, we could talk after.
that's
Gotcha.
that's delightful, sis.
Gotcha.
I got you, sis.
What about life for you, Q? Anything going on? Anything different?
You know, life is smooth sailing.
Okay.
You know, I've just been relaxing, cooling. I got a raise.
What?
I
Oh,
got a
big
raise.
bag alert!
No,
New bag
no,
alert!
no,
Guys,
no new
listen.
bags.
If you
New
need
bag
Probably like a little paper bag alert.
$15, holla at Keys.
No, I'm
All you need to
15.
do,
I
let me
like
just
those,
hold
so.
down 5 bills and we can call it a day.
5 bills is still too much for me.
Whatever,
Okay.
you got it.
You get
Okay.
50 cents for oatmeal pie or something like that. That's just about it.
Those are 75 cents now, so run me my
Tough.
money.
You can figure out the other 25 cents that they got nothing to do with me.
Whatever.
Gotcha.
You know, but that's just about it. Ain't really,
Mhm.
you know, I've just been taking it easy. Had a little pinched nerve in my back, a little sciatica.
Way
you
to-
know,
Way to minimize that. Like, way to minimize that.
just a little
No
bit.
big deal.
Just a little bit was out of work for a
No
day. That was
big
just
deal.
about it.
Old
Okay.
fart.
Yeah. You know what? I'm
Okay.
embracing it now.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Goodness
Yeah,
grief.
it put me out of commission.
Yeah.
For
You know,
a
I
while.
ain't been able to go to the basketball court to, throw up some Gucci Mane shots or something.
Let's
Some-
stop.
Some Quavo threes.
Let's
Or
stop.
some little dirt drill sessions or something. But little sciatica's going. I'm feeling better.
I think that covers about everything. I think we're good. All right, so moving on, we're going to introduce our new segment that we have here. It's called 2 Cents on Recent Events. Just an opportunity for us to be relevant and recent, like we said in our initial interview last week. So we're just going to take this time to talk about whatever's new, whatever came about that we want to speak on. And so, just want to introduce this segment to you guys. And here it is. So I know, Cedric, you had something for some folks that you wanted to talk about.
I did.
Something recent that happened just as of yesterday.
Wait, it was
baby.
yesterday or was
Yeah, he
it?
said
The
it was
rapper,
yesterday.
the baby.
Yeah. Who quote
Leave
unquote is banned from
this
Boston.
man alone. Yeah, wasn't
Yeah.
he banned from this guy,
Quote,
the King
quote
Luther?
unquote,
Like,
never heard of this man.
Who
yeah,
is
he
this
showed up
dude?
back in his
Never heard of
neighborhood.
this
playing-
no. Whoa.
Uh,
When he said that, he was downtown saying, "This is the kingdom of my city."
Okay.
First of all, you look nervous downtown. Downtown wasn't even downtown what it was 10 years ago.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
gentrified. It's like this brand new corporate downtown, and you're
Mhm.
whispering.
Real nice.
Wait, who
downtown.
said
This is this guy named
King
King Luther that
Luther.
follows
From
me.
here?
I don't know.
Quote,
He probably
unquote,
from like
never heard of
Framingham
him.
or something. Like,
Never heard of him. But shout out to King Luther, though, taking advantage
Yeah,
to troll,
whatever.
put out whatever product it is that you're trying to promote.
He banned him
brother.
from
I
Boston?
understand.
yeah,
Never heard of him.
supposedly.
Because Boston's that city now where we ban people. Yeah, that's us.
And
now.
the event wasn't
Apparently.
even in Boston.
Right.
Where he performed was in Lawrence. But that's another story.
Central Neck. Okay.
Overall,
Sorry, not to cut you off.
leave
Caesar. My bad.
this
I'm
man
jumping in here.
alone.
Yeah.
Whatever trolling you have to do with this guy, don't do it publicly because he's bound to whoop your ass. It happened yesterday. It's going to continue to happen. Leave the baby alone.
You
Or
know, but
continue to be made an example out of.
but is that clout chasing, like for somebody to do something like that? Or?
Absolutely. If I'm holding my camera up while you trying to shop in the middle of a Gucci
Yeah.
store, saying you're a bi and what are you doing here? Look at this clown, so on and so forth.
And then when you get tried, it's a different story.
exactly,
Right? That's crazy.
Exactly.
King Luther.
Leave.
I'm not King Luther, I
rappers
think, is clout
alone.
chasing.
Yeah,
The
Pastor
guy
King
yesterday who
Luther
got
definitely.
beat up is looking for a meal ticket. He trying to get paid off of that. So I'll probably claim assault or something like that and try to get paid for it.
King
It'll be
Luther.
settled out of court. So that was a money grab that old boy did yesterday. But King Luther is a complete clout chaser. That's that situation.
He's gonna get ran down on too.
I've
She's
never
with it.
heard of that.
I don't know who that is. I don't know what's
Same.
going on. Like I told you, I'm from Dedham, so anything that happens in
Yes.
Boston, I don't
Stop
get it until we
Stop.
actually talk. So
Yeah. Overall, leave any artist alone.
I got you.
Just stop. Cut it.
that's
Cut
crazy.
it out. Or you're gonna
I had
be
no idea that happened.
knocked out
Yeah.
on cam. You're gonna be on World Star.
Yeah.
You're gonna be on YouTube.
It's
You're
a
gonna go
bad-
viral, whether good
it's
or
a
bad.
bad hit.
You can take the clout and run with it when your ass being knocked out, or you can prevent all of that from being viral and not being knocked out by just
Yeah.
putting your phone down, maybe asking for a pic,
Look at that
saying,
man.
"Hey, the baby, what are you doing? What do you do to this? What do you do to this city today? You want to go grab some McDonald's down the street? Like, what's going on?
It's an awkward question to ask the baby.
Whatever. I'd rather that than
Get beat up.
antagonize them and get beat up.
I got
That's
you.
crazy. That
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
Hey,
I don't know. That's not the first time a situation
Nope.
with like Boston and like then Dave East come down here and something happened.
I don't remember that being a situation. I can't recall.
Well, that's a totally
That's
different
But,
topic.
yeah, I got
Anyway.
you. You want to put your 2 cents on? Or should I go?
No, you can go ahead.
All right. So just my 2 cents on recent events is obviously just talking about our podcast that we had last week. Just some things that I wanted to add in addition. I know KG did a fabulous job as far as giving
shout
out
out
our
to
interview.
K
Big shout out to her.
Jizzle.
Also, if you get a chance, make sure you support Talks with Wine. It's been a phenomenal show so far, and they just got good people, so it's good to kind of get that perspective. But again, I just want to let people know that we're a podcast for the people, all people, whether it be college kids, single mothers, LBGT community, whoever it
Elderly.
is. I mean, we're open for
Single
everybody.
dads.
We are open for everybody. Single dads. Father's Day coming up. Shout out to that. But we're a podcast for everybody, so just make sure you tune in. We're trying to be as inclusive as we can be. What was one more point I wanted to
We
make?
love the people.
Also, just some of the topics we're going to be talking about is just relationships, why are men afraid to commit, careers, what it's like to be code switching at the workplace, music, who's hot, who's not. I mean, we're going to talk about everything. So just stay tuned. Just stay tuned, and we're going to provide that information for you. So that's my 2 cents on recent events.
So I want to switch it a little bit. My 2 cents on recent events is if you haven't seen my side talk episode yet, please tune in and see it. I'm making this topic as relevant as I need to make it. My 2 cents on recent events is the event of having hot weather now and the effect that it has on my body, which is allergies. I feel like women should be more soothing to us guys when allergies hit. I don't care what you're saying, Cedric.
Got the
'cause
violin.
I felt like I was dying. My nose almost fell off.
Yeah, you got allergies bad,
It-
bro.
it
I
was-
remember I used to
yeah.
crash over you. This dude used to wake up 4 o'clock in the morning multiple times, like
Listen,
eyes puffy.
yeah,
This dude could pilly.
I look like the baby got to me. That's
Bro.
basically what I'm saying.
Sick.
What about women who have allergies? and look
We're
the
not
same way
talking
you
about
do?
women with
Okay, my
allergies.
bad.
There's so
My
many
bad.
things going on with women. Let
My
us
bad.
guys have this one thing.
My bad.
Please.
My bad.
Please. This is
My bad.
like I said, women have that thing that goes on each month. We have allergies 7 days a week. So it's a different dynamic.
It's a different
Okay.
vibe.
So yes, that's my 2 cents on recent events.
Okay.
Like I said before, if you don't like it, fight me. That's just about it. That's all I gotta say.
Bingo. Which
Appreciate
leads
it,
us to
appreciate
the
it.
ultimate question.
The question of which needs
Scratch that.
answering.
Not the question, the topic
Okay.
regarding the question, which is
Ayesha Curry.
Ayesha Curry.
Ayesha Curry.
I know we're not name bashing or
Hey,
nothing like that.
baby.
It's just a little casual conversation we just need to have as men.
Ayesha
That's
Curry's
just
fine.
basically
I
it.
just need to
So
throw
we're
that out there.
referencing her most recent comments on the Red Table Talk
Yes.
with Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yes.
So it's definitely not
Yes,
name bashing,
yes.
but we felt that her discussion was really good. We just want
Yes.
to provide a male's insight
Yes.
as far as what she said, and so,
Because there's
that's
a lot
what
of
our-
female
Yeah.
feedback.
Oh yeah, and a lot of guys were going nuts too. A lot of guys were butthurt. I
Yeah,
hadn't
but
seen
they're
that
not
before.
us, so we
Very true.
just have to.
I
We're the-
like that.
we're the
I
good guy
like
gang,
that,
so we
I
get-
like that.
Yeah, we're the 1%.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
We will talk about this today.
Yes, we will.
We will talk about this. So, in regarding that, what is your initial thoughts on her comment she made on Red Table Talk? I know she put it out there like it was in a sense of like Seth.
Yeah.
I mean, not Seth. That's his brother.
That's his brother.
Who was doing very good against him in the playoffs. But
Shout out to
whatever.
Seth.
They
Had that
should have started
series in
him.
Portland.
They should have started him after that first game where he was guarding him good. They should have started him directly right after that.
Yeah, it was just
He changed
bad
the whole
coaching in
dynamic.
Portland, and then
I don't know
whatever.
about-
So
Anyway.
anyway, obviously everybody knows Steph Curry, one of the greatest shooters of all time.
The greatest shooter.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
Mm.
He is a celebrity, so of course he
Superstar.
gets majority,
Mm.
if not all of the attention,
Mhm.
regardless from everybody.
Right.
He's happily married with kids,
3 kids.
with 3 kids, and you
Shout
know,
out to Riley.
I believe it was something regarding how she deals with
Yeah.
women that chase after him,
We're
or
very-
something like that. And then in the same sense, she said, "Well, what's wrong with me? How come I don't get a lot of attention, from guys?" So, what are you guys' thoughts on that? That she put out there, like what was going through your head when she said it?
Hey. It was a little confusing at first. It's like, why would you say that? But when you look more into the context of what she was trying to say, you overall, at the end, you get to realize, like, okay, she just wants to feel wanted. She just want outside eyes looking, regardless of what's going on in the circumference of her relationship. Meaning, it's a normal human emotion to feel wanted by others, to get looks from certain people, regardless of what it is, regardless if you're in a relationship or not. It's
Yep.
always good to have that, like, okay, glad to see that she knows I still look good. Like, you know what I mean? Regardless of what she's telling me, it's good to feel that outside of, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's a human thing. It may sound confusing as shit, but
You
overall
speaking
get
from
what
her
she's saying.
shoes, right?
Huh?
You speaking from her shoes?
Yeah, I get what she's saying. Yeah, pretty much.
What do
Me?
you what do you think?
Yeah. So initially, I was kind of taken back by some of the comments that we've seen. I don't remember them verbatim, but it was like, why am I not getting the same attention from males that he gets? After kind of watching some of the interview snippets, I haven't seen it in its entirety. I've been meaning to, but I honestly feel that Ayesha Curry misspoke. So what I mean by that is, I think what she was trying to relay was that she wishes Steph Curry went through the same fear and pressure that she does as a wife and a woman to a superstar athlete that she has to face. And so I think that's what she was looking
interesting.
for.
That's a new perspective.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, but it wasn't one that she had given, because that's not what she said. So I think she misspoke. Granted, she's a grown ass woman; she can speak for herself. But kind of reading into some of the comments, I think ultimately that's what she wanted to say, is that she deals with a certain pressure of a superstar that she wishes he had to deal with as well.
Interesting.
Mr. Chinkin, spicy.
I know he always saving these bars.
On a
Like
Grand Rising Sunday.
you write down these
Oh.
16s and then come rap this out too.
Basically.
I prepare.
You prepare?
I prepare.
You prepare?
That's
Okay.
it. That's
All
it.
What did you think, Mr. Q Dog?
Yeah.
It's
What
cute
was
a
your take
baby.
on that?
It's cute a baby.
I'm not calling you that ever.
Well, in response to attention, I've said this before.
Yep.
Ayesha, we respect Steph Curry as the male species. This is why you get no attention. Well, I don't know of the no attention. Maybe you average about 2 DMs a day. I have no idea what's going on. But we respect Steph Curry. That's why nobody tries you. So with that being said,
Not yet.
well, now that she's putting it out there, I'm scared to know what her DMs look like now. I don't know if she's blocked 1,000 people. I don't know what type of things are being sent in there.
There's been a lot of jokes in her way, a lot of memes.
But I noticed she's starting to switch up the way she dresses, and she's starting to present herself in a new type of light.
You know
what I'm
That's
saying?
what I'm saying. She
I've seen like a little spiciness with Ayesha. It looked nice, but like I'm saying, we respect Steph.
Okay.
When you said it, I'm like, here we go. Like, what else do you want now? What you have everything from 1 to 10, well, from 1 to 9, and that last 10th thing on the list is missing. So what's going on with you? So I was thrown off by it, but that's just me.
Okay.
That's just me.
So that's why we're here. Yep.
So the main topic of today is validity outside of your relationship, seeking validation and everything of that nature. So, like I said, what does validity mean to you, or what does validation mean for a relationship, or things of that nature?
Wanting outside approval to make sure you're doing the right thing within the relationship. It's personally dumb as hell. Like, it's dumb. That's what validate. Like, why would you need somebody's outside approval? So practically, that person can influence whatever goes on with it. That person could dictate whatever goes on in your relationship, since you're seeking outside approval.
So that's the effects of validation, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but that's what validation ultimately is: wanting outside approval.
Yeah. Validation to me is just kind of like certainty, or just confirmation, just being assured of something, being accurate, and being what it is. Just a stamp of approval, so to speak. So that's what I see as like validation.
Validation to me is thirsting for for attention, in a sense that you really don't need it. But I can see the positive effects of validation, especially when you're with somebody, and like when you're going and with your family looking into a situation, they approve of a certain something about them. Validation from friends, I can honestly see the positive effects on that. Because if you're seeking this, nobody knows the types of things you've been through. So when you get into a relationship, or if you're married to somebody, you just want to make sure that everything is going good and stuff like that. But in this situation, to me, validation is thirst trapping for attention. It's just my opinion on it. Right. I don't. It's just seeking out attention from people outside of your circle that you have. Like, there's no, in my opinion, there's no need for it. So that's just that. So I don't.
Yeah. So with that being said, do you feel like validation is a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's more so of a bad thing than it is a good thing, because validation today, you see different forms of it. You see it on social media. You see it amongst people when they're out and about. I really don't think if it's between two grown-ass people, especially with somebody that's showing you that they care, that they love you, and things of that nature, showing that they're supporting and providing, I don't think you need to seek any type of validation. No. Period. I don't agree with it.
Unnecessary.
So I think it's a bad thing. Okay. I think it's a bad thing.
Hell no, you don't need no damn validation. Be what? For what? What do you need it for? If people only look for validation if they're uncomfortable within a relationship. If you're that uncomfortable to the point where you have to step outside your circumference to see if you're doing the right thing or if that person's wrong, then you shouldn't be in a relationship to begin with. Certainty belongs in a relationship first before seeking anything outside of that. Meaning, if you and your partner going at it, the first thing you want to do is settle it right then and there in the household. The last thing you want to do is jump on social media, call one of your friends, call one of your parents to see whatever it is you feel need is appropriate for that predicament. But 8 times out of 10, that person might steer you wrong, or their advice might not be the best for your situation. So it's just best that you handle it on your own and stay grounded, be comfortable, be certain, and you won't need that outside shit.
So you feel like validation is a bad thing?
Hell no. It's a bad thing.
Okay.
You don't need it.
I think it's a bad thing, not entirely. I mean, do I think it's necessary? No, I don't think you need outside validation, but I also don't think it can hurt. I mean, it doesn't hurt to be told that, hey, what you're doing is a good thing, or it doesn't hurt to kind of check with a friend and see like, hey, am I crazy for this situation, or like, do you feel the same way as me? Now, granted, you should take everybody else's word with a grain of salt, and you should make the decisions that best empower you and whatever other party that's involved. But validation, I don't think it could hurt in any way or another. I mean, if you seek it outside of your relationship, then that's a different issue. Like, you need to be in a different relationship, but I don't think it'll hurt. It's neither good nor bad. I don't think it's necessary, but I wouldn't say that, if it's a bad thing. Like, don't ever look to be.
But validation can always end with people giving their 2 cents into what you're doing, though. It can always lead into.
But
you're leading them inside of your life too much.
It's like,
but who says you spend that 2 cents? Like, you can take it and just keep it. Like,
depends on the type of person you are.
Very true.
If you're naive, or if you're that gullible to believe what somebody's. If somebody wants to put their 2 cents in and you take it to the head, and then this is what's on your conscience when dealing with somebody, I think it can really affect them.
Okay.
I think it can really mess it up for you. But some people can kind of like validate your situation,
right,
just to end the conversation, just to basically tell you what you want to hear. So I don't think validation is all 100% real at the same time either. That's why I really think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's genuine anymore.
I concur.
I don't think it's genuine anymore.
I concur, sir.
So with that being said, in terms of it being a good or bad thing, are there insecurities when seeking validation? Like, for example, what can somebody be insecure about when they seek validation from people outside of their circle, or just like the general public or something?
Depending on the person. It literally depends on the person.
Yeah.
I think.
So for this situation, Ayesha,
okay,
what
talking about?
Even if it's not true, like, what type of insecurities you feel like she's going off of when she made those comments?
I don't think she's comfortable with her appearance.
Really?
Maybe, yeah. I mean,
she's gorgeous.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, there's a lot of gorgeous. There's a lot of beautiful women out here that are insecure about their appearance. Believe it or not, like I
was about to say
personally witness it all the time, but I just ultimately feel like she doesn't feel comfortable, or not completely comfortable within her appearance. Maybe she feel like, I think she's looking at the chicks that's going after Steph and just looking at the way what they got on and how they're carrying themselves. It's just like, if they're doing all of that, then what? Like, you know what I mean?
Steph
Like,
is not
what?
Paying attention to them.
You can't tell the woman that. They can't
attention.
tell.
He don't want
You
that.
can't tell.
He got you.
You can't tell a woman that, though.
Jesus.
You can't tell a woman that.
And
Shout out
Riley,
to Riley.
and the
She's
other
just
2
concerned
kids.
within her appearance. So that's.
Yeah, I mean, I can see the insecurities physically. Let's not forget, like, she's just giving birth to a 3rd child. The
Postpartum is
real.
real.
I hope this ain't no
Postpartum is real.
It is. It's very real, and so the bounce back could be a little bit more difficult this 3rd time around. So let's not forget that.
Can men have postpartum?
No.
I don't know. I don't know.
No.
Well, you would know because
I'm a dad.
You're a dad.
Yeah. So no, you can't have postpartum.
Nope.
Okay. So again, I could see there being some insecurities with her physical well-being, just kind of giving birth to a 3rd child, being a little bit bigger. I can understand that. I think that insecurity comes from what I said earlier, where she's a little bit nervous about the pressure and fear that she has to being a superstar wife. Now, when you have people who are willing to do whatever it is, so we're respectful of Steph Curry, but not everybody
Extremely.
is.
We are.
But not everybody is. And so when you have people who are willing to do whatever it takes for Steph to change the course of their life, because financially the man is set. I mean, I think he has the highest contract in the league. He rakes in $30+ million a season. So
LeBron does,
when you have that, like when people are willing to do whatever it is that they can, that would cause some insecurity for me, and I think that causes some insecurity for her as well. I think that's where.
But I feel like the red carpet is rolled out.
You can.
And I feel like
that
because, okay, the money is there. All right, fine, whatever. You don't never have to ask or do anything for the rest of your life, and I completely understand that. But if there's certain things that you want to change about yourself, you have the platform to do so. If you feel like, you don't like the way that you dress. And I'm not saying this as something that she's really going through.
Mm-hmm.
But for example, if she has the red carpet rolled out for her, you know what I'm saying? Is you get to do whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think in this situation it has to do with her parents or stuff like that. I just think she feels as if there's no eyes on her, which is BS. I look at Ayesha.
I love Ayesha. She's fine.
First of all, I look at Mama Curry. Mama Curry is the best looking.
Mine.
So, but yeah, no, okay.
I'm not disrespecting Dell Curry.
But like you're disrespecting Steph by looking at Ayesha.
Dell was before Steph. So
Aisha's fire.
I'm just saying Mama Curry is a very attractive woman.
Yes,
well,
she is.
Even in this
lust for her
fine
sometimes, but I can't talk about that.
Ayesha too.
So yeah.
First, after that, side note, she wore some like some cutters shorts on during the game.
Callie's hot. So.
But she didn't wear that before though. She was like fully clothed.
That's what I'm saying.
When I seen it, I'm like,
like
hold on. The camera zoomed in on it. I'm like,
who is this? Aisha or is this Mama Curry?
It's just some like some cut off shorts. I'm like, I'll take that.
But my thing is, you can do this on a consistent basis. At least if you feel as if, like, give yourself a little bit more confidence. You don't have to put certain things out there to make, like, the attention is not going to fix these things because there's such thing as the wrong attention as well too. Because I feel like you opening the doors for something. You see what I'm saying? And then once you do that, there's gonna be some things that you wish you've never said, and there's gonna be some things that's gonna bite you in your behind.
I think I give it like a couple more months. She's really gonna be a household name for something, no matter what it is. We're gonna see her name more often in the vlogs, whether it be her on the beach or something. Like she's gonna be a household name.
So she's gonna be glistening with oil on her body somewhere.
So getting back to your insecurity question, do you feel like she does have an insecurity? I wasn't sure what
I feel like she does have an insecurity about something. That's something I don't think nobody knows.
Okay.
This is just only going off of the comment that she put out there. I think there's an insecurity in not feeling wanted. And I don't, and I'm not somebody that can say that you can't feel insecure about that. You can't tell nobody about their mental, like their mental state or things like that going on. But I honestly think the insecurity would be like if she walks in a room, everybody turns their head and don't want to look at Ayesha. If Steph walks in the room, it's all eyes on Steph. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, that's what I think it is.
So that speaks about like towards attention. So with that being said, do you think it's okay to seek attention outside of a relationship?
I don't think it's okay to do so. Now,
I
don't think nobody seeks for it though. It's just it's a human emotion.
Or is it a good or bad thing to kind of get attention outside of a relationship? Better question.
Depend how much you feed into it. If you're feeding,
you got me.
If you yeah, there you go. If you're feeding into the attention, then yeah, it's a problem. But it's just like if you just get a couple looks and, all right, just to make me feel good, then all right, cool, keep it pushing. But if you're just like engaging with people, like yeah, she look man good. Okay, yeah, like you know.
So you're saying in the context of like a relationship, you're saying it would not be good or beneficial for you to be seeking out attention elsewhere. So whether it be like complimentary or just.
All I'm saying is, regardless if you're in a relationship or not, it's a human emotion to have eyes on you to make you feel good, regardless of what it is. However, engaging into that's a problem. Just wanting it and getting it and keeping it pushing, that's a whole nother conversation. That's what I'm saying.
It is a human emotion. I agree with that. But your human emotions.
Do you not want a group of 100 chicks outside gashing you up? Rather you in a relationship, if you're in a relationship, right, and you have 50 chicks outside this hallway right now, just wanted to gas you up for whatever it is, but you receive it and keep it pushing rather than just engaging and trying to do something with them. That's like, that's those two different conversations right there.
Are you asking me which?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure which one you were asking me. Which one would I prefer?
Yeah,
like, what are you saying?
Would you? I guess my question is. I don't think it is a question. I'm just saying is again, it's one thing to engage into the attention and it's one thing to take it and keep it pushing.
Right. You know, I
Take
think,
it with a grain of salt and keep it pushing.
I can see what you're saying. I mean, I think it's how you handle the attention. Now, if you kind of
Exactly.
play into it and we're in a
Right.
relationship, you shouldn't be entertaining no other man. Like that's
Right.
just,
That's
you
a
shouldn't
nice-
be doing that. Like, but it's be one. Like, I can't control what other men see. Like, men are gonna look at you if you're
Facts.
attractive. Like,
Big
they might
facts.
have some catcalls.
Super
Now, how
facts.
you handle that is really important to me because if you're gonna play into it, then
That's
you
the
can
deciding
you can
factor.
try to figure something else out with somebody else. But
Just
I'm not.
saying.
Bingo.
I'm not going with that. So I can. Okay, I see where he was going with that. So okay.
So it's like all
Yeah.
right, she said it. Well, and this is me reenacting Ayesha Curry. In my head, she goes, "Damn, he over here getting all the love and everything like that." And I'm just sitting here, just I ain't getting nothing. That's what's going on in my head.
You couldn't.
For one, you sound like a hater.
You could make your voice a little more vibrant. Why should
Nah,
I
that's
call
what
it
happened in
deep
my
voice?
head. That's what happened in my head.
Yeah.
Like let's take a step away from the topic, right? Let's switch it a little bit, right? Let's say Ayesha Curry is the superstar,
Okay.
and let's say Steph Curry is the what you call it, the house husband.
Mm-hmm.
He's there with the kids 24/7. He's doing that.
Right.
I'm not saying this is the ideal
Yeah.
thing that goes on, but let's say he comes out in public and he makes that comment, right?
Would it be perceived the same?
Would the comments be the same way? Would it be positive and negative at the same time, or would it be all negative?
The majority would be negative because our narrative is us thirsting and wanting everything, regardless if we're in a relationship or not. If we seek for validation, we're just going to be labeled as thirsting. Period. Regardless if we just want a compliment with a grain of salt and keep it pushing, or whether we engage with it. I feel like regardless, we're at a lose-lose.
What you
Why
think?
that is, I don't know. That's just a narrative. That's just the narrative nowadays.
What you think, Canel?
If you want anything outside of anything, whether it be
Hold on, before you answer.
anything,
Before you answer.
go ahead.
What is the main thing that we get as men in relationships and dealing with women? What is the number one thing that we get accused of being, right?
The
We're
number one thing
not.
we get accused.
Dogs, we're not
trifling. I mean, that's been
we don't
in
commit.
general. Yeah. Or-
You see
yeah.
what I'm saying?
We're
So
not
if-
emotionally
Lack of
stable.
commitment, or-
So if we reverse it and then now we're everything that a woman wants us to be, but then we still feel we're not getting attention from our wife or something like that, or from our girlfriend, and we put that out there like, I don't feel like, what about me? Like, you know, I'm here too.
Yeah, that's true.
So like I said, would the comments still be positive and negative as what Ayesha Curry is getting?
So the question you're asking me, if like roles were reversed, would I
Roles-
still
if
feel the
roles
same?
were-
Would I still feel the same way
Would you still feel the same
about it being Steph Curry coming out
Mhm.
with these comments?
Mm-hmm.
I feel the same way. My opinion would remain the same because I
Oh.
felt that she had misspoke, and so if he's in that situation, I think he's just saying that, hey, you know, I'm at home, I can easily be replaced. Like, that's fearful for me. That's something that she doesn't have to go through. Not to say that Ayesha Curry can be easily replaced. I mean, I think they're high school sweethearts. They went to college together, so I mean, there's some emotional attachment
She
there.
didn't want to die. She
But-
been there with everything.
Yeah, you know, just like Savannah too. I want to shout out her because she's been
LeBron.
doing it for such a while too. But I
And
would
Kobe's
feel
wife.
I
And
would feel the
Kobe's
same
wife.
way because I think then Steph Curry would understand the pressure that it is that, like, hey, you know, if I don't quote unquote act right, like, she can replace me.
Mhm.
I mean, you think about Wendy Williams and her husband, or
They're a mess.
estranged husband.
Whoa,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
a
She's
horrible-
the breadwinner.
That's a
She's
horrible comparison.
she's-
that's a horrible comparison. I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah.
But
their situations. I mean, she's a breadwinner to a certain household, and he's still acting the way that he is. Like, I wouldn't feel sympathetic towards him.
Well, maybe it's
Yeah.
more so of a case by case thing.
Yeah.
It's all.
At
She's a
least this
breadwinner,
case,
right?
I know.
She's a breadwinner,
I
all
know.
right.
But at
She
least in
need
this
bread.
situation, I would still feel the same way that I feel about Ayesha Curry that I would with Steph Curry if they switch roles, because I think he would be fearful that he can be replaced and that he has to act a certain way in order to kind of keep whatever it is that they built up together.
I feel like when her saying that, it kind of like. You don't think she can be replaced?
I don't think she can be replaced.
Mhm.
I think she can be replaced, and I think that kind of sticks with you as a human being. You know, like this relationship cannot be, and I can lose out on this. Like, whatever life I'm living now, I can lose out on.
Mhm.
I don't think it'll happen. I think, you know, Seth is a man of faith. I think he's fully committed to this relationship. He hasn't shown otherwise. But
If
I'm sure it sticks in the back of her mind. Like it's realistic. It can happen.
If he win another ring, I don't know.
Listen, it's happened. Listen, Jordan has divorced. Michael Jordan has divorced. I mean, there are prominent athletes who have gotten divorces. Like, nothing's set in stone. You know what I'm saying? It could happen to her. And she could lose out on a life that she knows. So
off of that comment
fearful.
that she, but I heard,
not off that comment, but just in general.
How
just
she's
in
feeling.
general. Like, I think that's where the comments came from, out of that fear.
I'm sorry,
Reasonable.
it's a tricky little thing because I know I know from between the both of them they've established a very strong relationship with one another. But she has made comments on everything like that. So I mean, are there benefits to seeking validation?
Are there benefits?
No.
No. I don't.
Is there benefits of
I think you should feel secure in the relationship that you're in. I mean, if not, then I think you have bigger problems. So I don't think it helps to seek outside validation. I think it's okay to seek, advice or see if other people have struggled with the same things. And I'm surprised that Ayesha Curry hasn't reached out to Mama Curry and just like, well, how have you dealt with this?
We don't know that. We don't know that,
but she was also on Table Talk too, and I didn't hear any of her input in
Mama
regards.
Curry
Mama Curry was on there. Yeah,
I missed it.
Oh, now time to watch that.
I
Her
seen her.
skin just
And maybe
glistens
she
different.
pulled her aside after the talk and just like, this is how I dealt with it, etc. But I don't mind Ayesha Curry seeking
Advice.
thought and advice to see like, hey, how have you dealt with this? This is a fear that I have. Is this something that you dealt with dating a pro athlete? Now, granted, Del Curry is not the same player that's like Steph Curry is. Steph Curry is a superstar. Del Curry was a role player. Came off the bench. And he went to Toronto.
Can't let you violate Del Curry like that. That's
listen. He went to the league. I didn't like. I mean, he can make it. He has talent, but I'm not. He's not in the same magnitude that Steph Curry was.
He produced that.
Good numbers.
Okay.
He produced the best sharpshooter.
And stuff.
Well, I guess.
Okay.
All right. So, can validation ruin a relationship?
Yes.
It can if you seek it out from outside sources. If you're looking to be called beautiful by somebody else, then yeah, it's going to ruin your relationship.
I think too much validation can ruin a relationship. Seeking
I think
too much.
It becomes like a form of habit too. Like, okay, I got that. Like, okay, what else can I get? So much of that would deter you to a very dangerous road. So don't do it.
I agree. I guess I agree. Should relationships stay away from social media?
I mean, listen, I have no problem with you publicizing your partner, showing that affection, just making it clear this is who I'm with, this is who I'm committed to. I think once you start to bring up issues and problems into the public, that's when it becomes a problem. Like, that's when the relationship starts to break. I mean, yeah, whatever issues you're going with, handle that in private. But as far as like public love and affection, I have no issues with that being posted on social media.
I concur. Literally, I concur.
What about you? How do you feel about that?
Because you've been on the fence for a while.
Social media just rubs me the wrong way.
What way?
Because I'm always, maybe I just pay too much attention to too many different things, or maybe I just tend to overthink certain things.
Did you personally go through it ever?
I went through it before, but not to like an extreme like thing. It's just been mentioned.
So just that brief, from that brief experience, does that hinder you from doing it again?
It's not hindering me from doing it. I'm just not a fan of. I've never been a fan of it from the start, though.
Yeah.
Since social media has become a thing, I've never been a fan of it because there's always room for error in the situation. But I don't want to think too negatively on it, which is why I'm kind of like 1 foot in, 1 foot out with it. It can lead to too many different things. And if you're just one of those people who are constantly on social media putting these things out there, I do have an issue with that because I feel like problems should be between two people.
Yeah.
I feel like everything doesn't need to be shown to people. Where we go doesn't need to be shown to people. Why can't people just enjoy what they have in front of them and use it as memories versus spreading it out to everybody? Like I'm not that type of person.
Okay.
So it's I'm on the fence about it, but I'm not against it at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion on it. So is there such thing as a happy wife, happy life?
I don't know. That that slogan is thrown around too much to the point where you want to believe it, and I would hope that would be the case, but I can't be so certain. So for me, it's just like when I think of that slogan, the ideal situation would be, okay, if I'm doing everything for her, she's just going to reciprocate that by 3. That's what you would hope to expect out of that slogan. So, do I believe it? I would want to believe it, but I don't know. I'm on the fence.
Okay.
I'm on the fence.
It's hard to say if I believe it or not, since like I'm not married, so how can I speak to it? Exactly. I do believe that there's a such thing as happy husband as well. I think that's another part that we don't talk about a lot.
Well, we do not.
I believe in order for any relationship to be successful, both parties need to be happy. I mean, if you're just the sole one sacrificing, then it's just not going to work out well. You'll end up resenting your partner, and then just things will kind of fall apart from there. So I believe there's a such thing as happy wife, but I believe there's a happy husband part 2 to that as well that we just don't talk about a lot. So
equality counts.
What about you?
I'm on the fence too, because you hear it. You hear happy wife, happy life too much.
Yeah.
They need to change it to happy husband, no headaches. I think
Happy husband.
that'll be a very.
I like that.
That'll be a very good thing to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Happy wife, happy life sounds like you're doing everything to keep a smile on her face, even when it's causing you distress.
Right, and that's when I mentioned the happy husband part. There needs to be that part.
Like it needs to be
successful.
Like there needs to be a holiday for like for husbands and with the 1% boyfriends, just to for appreciation of everything.
Even a playing field.
Even like, it just. We can't just always use that topic because you don't know what somebody going through. You don't know of the headache that you're carrying, trying to make her happy or something like that.
So
go ahead.
So talking about happy husbands, what would you do if you were Steph in this situation?
No divorce.
Stop.
Wow.
Stop.
Throw it off the
You want him
threshold.
to divorce Ayesha Curry after 3 kids.
Hey, you want
Riley.
attention. You
What?
can get custody.
Oh my Lord. What?
You can get the custody. You know what I mean?
Can he? I feel like mothers have
I
an
get
innate,
weekends.
like, an innate thing to automatically. I don't know the law system, but I feel like there's
If
rights to protect mothers.
He's
Divorce.
going for the
The
big
If
bang.
you don't want
Yeah.
attention, you get the attention 24/7. Now you by yourself.
Wow.
No, son, I'm just playing.
Oh.
No. If I was Steph in a situation,
Yeah.
I think I would need to come to an understanding as to why she's feeling like this.
Mhm.
Like what's going on with you?
Yeah.
Like why you on Red Table Talk putting my business out there? Like what am I not doing? Is it because last night? Like now you want now what? Now all of a sudden you don't get attention?
I don't take out the trash. You want to blast me on
Yeah,
TV?
yeah,
No,
what?
okay.
I don't put the toilet seat
Yeah.
down.
Mhm.
I don't what? I don't do the dishes.
Right.
What you mean you don't get the attention?
Right.
Like let's get down to the final issue that you're having with me and let's discuss it. But I do think that we would need to have a conversation if I was Steph.
Yeah.
Away from the kids, away from the family, just the both of
Right.
us.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
somewhere where it's quiet
Yeah.
and I can fully hear you without my phone ringing about a new contract.
Our
or
new
a game,
endorsement.
or Draymond yelling at me or something. So,
New endorsement.
I'd probably do the same. Go for a quick phone call. Like, hey,
Yeah.
what's going on? Do you need to go on a date? Do I need to eat your ass? Like, what's up? Like, why are you feeling
why
this
is
way?
that
Like,
the first thing you need to do
Second
though?
thing.
you never
Yeah.
know, man. You never know what you
Yeah.
may need.
Yeah.
Take a little bit.
Or
So
something that you may want to do.
Exactly.
Maybe we can talk about that instead.
You never know, because if I do that and that just change your whole attitude, then like, why did you just say that to begin with? But yeah, I would definitely have like a nice
So-
sit down, a good date, and just hash it all out.
Yeah.
Just face it is the new thing.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
face the no.
I mean, I think because it was said in public, as Steph Curry, you have to come out and support her publicly. Obviously, just giving her credit for coming out, being brave, talking about certain things that other people
Yeah.
would not. So you have to publicly just support her. So whether it be IG, Snap, I'm not even sure what he has, but whatever social media account you have, you come out and you support Ayesha
And he did.
Curry.
He did
Oh,
on
okay.
his IG story.
Yeah, and he needs to. And then
Yeah,
after
but was
that,
that a script or did he like come out and say?
I haven't
Did
read
she
it.
write that?
Nah,
I don't know. I haven't read it.
How
But
you
I
know?
mean,
You
he's-
see him? You
It was
seen
on
him?
his IG story.
You seen him write that? How you know she don't got the
I
password?
mean, I'm pretty sure he would only have his information for his account.
It's his
That-
wife.
I think
Why
he's
would
a really
that would defeat the purpose. Like, okay, I did something publicly.
Just
I'm
for
going to
you
take
to-
your
yeah.
phone and
You don't know what's going on. You can't just say that.
you're special. You're special, kid.
I feel like Steph Curry is a very thoughtful guy, someone who can manage to speak publicly, and so come out, you support her publicly, and then you just have the conversation aside. Like, listen, first I feel like she misspoke, so I think if you understand that as Steph Curry, then no conversation needs to be had, but you should definitely have a sit down, just kind of make sure things are on the up and up.
I think she should have been sleeping on the couch that night. That's just about it.
Definitely not
For the
on
weekend,
couch.
probably Saturday through Sunday.
Yep.
Okay.
She was sleeping in the attic.
I'll give you an extra comforter or something,
An extra comforter.
Or sleep on a balcony. Either of those works.
so you can sleep in your daughter's room. I don't know.
I go to the guest house, which is probably just as big as the. Yeah.
Or
No,
nice
she don't
hammocks.
get. She's blocked off.
Stop.
No sir.
Stop. Okay.
So would Steph be lacking in something, or does it sound like she's ungrateful? Like, or is it just something that was just bothering her for the fact that she's constantly getting it and she just wanted to put it out there?
Ultimately, what it looks like is just a lack of communication rather than going to the platform. Just have the conversation first. Okay, so my whole thing is, for me personally, I would have hoped to have that conversation before she went on the platform. Like, okay, this is how I'm feeling, blah, 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 blah. And then, since you're a featured guest on the show, you can speak on that. But we already know what it is now. Now that I know, now we can push forward. But I don't think Steph's lacking anything. He's giving her damn near the world. Well, for
And she's
Really
also
is.
giving him like 3 kids. A life
Exactly.
of happiness. So that's, I think it's definitely give or take. I don't think Stack is lacking in any area. I think it's a little bit difficult because he is a pro athlete. He's on the road for 41 games.
Yeah, so it's hard to cope with something like that.
I mean, on Thursday he'll be in Toronto. It's hard to kind of be there consistently day in and day out, and so that might slip in the back of her mind where, like, what's going on. But I don't think Steph is lacking in anything. I also don't think Ayesha Curry is ungrateful. I think she is more than happy to have him, have the kids that they have the life that she has. So I don't think they're ungrateful. I think it was just a situation that came up. She felt like she was really safe being on Raid Table Talk, and I think that's the platform to have those discussions to other women who have kind of gone through the same thing. You think about Jada, dates Will Smith, probably the most beloved human on earth. Like, I haven't met anybody who dislikes Will Smith.
Different species
Jada's
of woman, right
fire.
Jada's fire.
Love
But I mean,
Jada.
she's probably been through the same situations that Ayesha is facing. Mama Curry been through the same situation. So I think it was a safe space for her to share that. Again, I think she misspoke. And I think that's why it came out. I have to keep saying that. But yeah.
Yeah, she
So.
definitely sleep on the couch that night.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that Steph is lacking. I don't think she's ungrateful either.
Right.
I just think there's certain ways to put certain responses out there, and I don't think that. I agree with you for that. The fact that she misspoke.
Right.
I also watched the clip and I realized that while she was talking, she made certain facial expressions as if she looked like frustrated a little bit. So maybe, like I said before, that should be a conversation between the both of them. I don't think there's anything missing from them. I just think the time is something that they just need to. You just need to create a little bit more time for one another, so that way all of this stuff can be avoided.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So
the
that's-
man has been to 5 finals. I mean, there's no such thing as an off season. Maybe he gets a month to kind of love his kids, be a part of them, and then he has training, has to get back into shape. So, I mean, 5 seasons, it hasn't been the same for him. I mean, you're right about that time being needed. So
I just think that just to create some time between the both of you, so that way
It's
the
still there.
intention is there. It's always going to be there.
Yep.
It's always going to be there.
Just reassurance. Nothing wrong with reassurance.
nothing wrong with that. Okay.
Not at all.
So I think we're moving into like our closing segment now, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or do we still have questions?
Moment of clarity.
I think it's time for moment of clarity to wrap this.
Exactly. So just to introduce you guys to our final segment, our conclusion segment, you'll be hearing this throughout our podcast. We have a moment of clarity. This is a situation just kind of speak on whatever it is that we feel like needs to be addressed, or if we just want to clarify something, or if we just want people to hear something. This is the time and platform to do it. So we have moment of clarity. I know, Cedric, you wanted to start us off.
Sure. My moment of clarity is just giving people who's in your life flowers while they can still smell them. Not literally, but just giving them a call each day, checking up on them, just telling them how appreciative you are that they have them in their life, because life is very, very delicate. I have a good friend that's in the hospital right now. He's in a coma.
Get well, Bo.
Get well, Bo.
Get
Prop, you still here with us. You want to come back to us. Yeah, we just had like past transgressions where we kind of like fell out, and our relationship is surpassed that situation, and we kind of let that affect our friendship to a certain extent. And then it's unfortunate that I had to take him being in the hospital for me to say this, but that's why I'm here now to relay this message to y'all. Whether it be today, right now, at this moment, later on today, whenever you got free time, call whoever you got in your contact list. Tell them that you love them. Tell them that you appreciate them. And, yeah, push on with that.
And to go off of that, I just feel like people make time for a lot of different things.
Yep.
It's okay to make time just to do that.
We all have time.
It's not going to waste anything.
Right.
So.
We all have time. Make a moment. If you don't have time, make time. We all got 24 hours in a day. Use it.
Yeah, that's a fact. I totally agree with that. I hope Bo really pulls through.
Yeah, me too, man.
That's unfortunate to hear.
For sure.
I'm pretty sure he has a family as well that's there to support him and everything that's going on right now. It's just an unfortunate situation. I've been in situations like that multiple times. So I know where you coming from. I know that you have to remain strong and keep your head up through everything, because at any given day, anything can happen. So that's just that. Any moment of clarity that you have?
Just be a good person. You know, I found out through this podcast that a lot of people are supportive of me and just what I'm doing. And you never know who your friends are until you put your passion in the project and see who supports it. So just to see the feedback, just to see that people are sharing it on Facebook, just even following the page just means so much to me. And I'm just so grateful to know that our relationship, whether it be through work experiences or just other interactions, that people are willing to support me. And I never even knew they felt that way about me. And so just being a good person, I think it pays off well. People will support you moving forward. So just be a good person that you can be, develop positive relationships, and just kind of reap the benefits of that, and also give that support. So I can't wait till some of my friends' projects come out so I can be supportive of them and share stuff and promote whatever platform or business that they got going on. So yeah, just be a good person. That's all I got for my moment of clarity.
So good karma exists.
It does. It does. So I kind of want to switch it a little bit. My moment of clarity is me. So I realize I'm a very good person. I'm a very good person. I am the Steph Currys of this world. I am the LeBron James. I am the 1%.
I respect it.
You know, I'm a very wholesome guy.
Are you wholesome? I don't think you're too wholesome.
Relax, Cedric.
I'm a fun guy.
I'm a fun person. You know, I'm very insightful. You know, I can work wonders.
It's true.
Take that how you want to.
Whoa.
You know, it's just, I just wanted this moment of clarity to be about me for a little bit.
Absolutely.
Wow.
You know, it's a nice day. The sun's out.
We talked about this in the car.
I'm
positive
pretty
affirmations.
Yeah, I'm pretty like overdressed for the weather.
Yeah, retarded.
But
so, like it. That's fine.
So yeah, you know, I just want to take this time to give myself a shout out. That's what I want to do.
Way to give yourself the flowers
Thank
while
you.
you
Thank
are
you
still
so
Absolutely.
much.
As you
Just know
should.
everything, allergies not bothering me.
Way to give
That's
yourself
just
the
my moment of
flowers.
clarity. And like I said before, if you don't like it, fight me. That's just it.
Don't put that in the air too much, because now we're going to have to like really ride out.
Hey, I'm here. If you know where I live in Dedham, come see me then.
You're not even Dedham, bro.
You know?
Okay.
So that concludes the Ox Life podcast.
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
Ooh,
whoop,
one more thing.
whoop.
One more thing. Just shout out to the soldiers and the men and women supporting, just protecting us in this nation and country. Memorial Day is tomorrow, so if you get a chance, go out, support, pay homage to whoever it is who are fighting for our country. Also enjoy the day. It's hot out. It's like 80 something right now.
And be safe, please.
Be safe
Throughout the week.
And the
Take
piggyback.
care of yourself. Look in the mirror every day and smile at yourself. Whether you got eye boogies and crust on the side of your lip, love yourself. Tell yourself, I love you.
You got a mirror in front of you?
I actually do it right here.
You must see what you're talking about.
Okay? I fuck with you the hard and long way. And go about your day.
Right.
To piggyback off of Cadell, to the soldiers and everybody fighting, yes. To my brothers out there, still continue to keep your head up, fight through these allergies while they still increasingly get worse. So that's just all I gotta say at the end of this.
Also, don't forget to follow us on our YouTube. We just released our first official podcast yesterday. It's up to like 50-something views. Go out, support that, subscribe. You can be up to date with our newest content. We got side talks coming out on there, other certain segments that are going to be hilarious. So make sure you follow it. Follow IG, Oxlife Podcast. Follow it all. Just be in tune with what we're doing. We also want feedback from you guys. I mean, we made this podcast for y'all. It's going to be hard to,
whatever you want. Cuss us out. Tell me about myself.
I'm not sure about that because I'm willing to go back and forth with whoever.
We want all honesty is what we want.
Yeah.
Okay.
We definitely need to grow and get better, and we can't do that without you guys' feedback. So again, I think that's all that we got for the Oxlife podcast.
All that we got for the Oxlife.
Yeah.
Signing out.
Thank you guys.
Signed out. See you later.
Punch out, clock out, whatever it is. I think we're done.